Taco was all like, I didn't think that was worth a trophy. I don't think that was worth a pizza. Maybe a pizza trophy.
Maybe a pizza.
Let the fresh sunshine on in. This is how Django could have definitely gotten around the Count's nonsense.
Holy snap, you're right. There. Holy crap.
I told you.
I haven't played this in like literally a decade.
Click the button, Ditaku.
Yeah, what the hell? It's $5. I have gotten way more than $5 worth of entertainment out of it already. Might as well.
I think he also added a toggle or an unlock where you can get the seasonal events out of Season 2.
Taco and I'm digging a hole. Digging a hole. Digging a hole.
Well, I mean, you know, playing Cookie Clicker can kind of feel like digging yourself into a hole. Mostly because you can't escape. Now that we're fully powered up, I'm going to bring the sunlight straight down into the bowels of the earth. And I'll find the One Piece. Be extravagantly rich. Even though I already have made, you know, just $3,697 just like today alone. My efforts alone probably have single-handedly altered the makeup of the mineral market. Oops. I can literally stare at the sun as I leave the hole now. Buy a few extra lamps and some dynamite just for funsies. There we go. Still managed to hurt myself. Just trying to be careful. Yeah, I can now basically go straight down from surface level to where gold can be found. Say we're making it happen now. Magma stone. I'm only 40, like, would you find molten rock at 40 meters deep? I kind of don't think you would. Let's see a planet significantly smaller than the Earth. Significantly more mineral rich. Whoa. I think we're getting close to the One Piece. I think. A little more exploration. We are going to find an ancient treasure.
No.
The treasure is going to be down here somewhere. Alright. Let's offload. Reload. Back down we go. A lot of silver.
Nice.
Out of my way. Have you rediscovered your addiction, Ditaku?
Yes, I have. I hate it so much. I hate this so much. But at the same time, though, you know, I honestly, I mean,
You know, it's funny, it's nostalgic, it's goofy, it's clearly not taking itself particularly seriously. It's a good time all around. It's also one of the clicker games that actually tried to be fun and engaging. Which, not every clicker game that tried to copy its success could say.
right. Actually, honestly, I'm already noticing things that are not in the were not in the original Flash game. So,
Yep. So tired of the volcanic rock. Yeah, yeah. Boom.
grandmas are twice as efficient. Now they can be Baby Boogum's friend.
Ah,
All 12 of them that I have. That's how many. That's the usual number of grandmas, right?
yeah, that seems right. I mean, if my dating apps are any indication, that is. You all heard correct.
Yeah. 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 $1,000 is the next upgrade.
Ah! Damn molten rock. Nope, no way of getting into that mine shaft after all. It's like a small pile of gold sitting on top of it, though.
Oh, I forget. When you get milk, isn't there a thing that if you get the cookie big enough, you can actually dunk the milk?
Oh yeah, you can resize the window and dunk it into the milk.
Ah, there we go. I just got the cookie dunker achievement.
Yeah. It's an amusing little meta joke. I found platinum. Now I, too, can form an underrated game studio. Now I, too, will write the very best Metal Gear game ever made. By basically doing none of the things that mainstream Metal Gear does. Like, be interesting and compelling.
Well, I've just won the game. I got 69 cookies per second.
Very nice. Your next goal will be 69,420. Okay, I need a light over here. Gosh, I only have 21. I hope I have enough.
I only have 32 of them.
It's the last boss. Guys, I can't buy these in an item shop.
Alright, I'll say it. I've never eaten a single cookie in my entire life. Well, I knew that, celebrities were soulless monsters. I didn't realize they were that soulless of monsters.
I know, right? Stuff. Oh, there we go. I'm free! I'm glad that my health is, dirt cheap. I'm taking a lot of damage as of late. gotta be getting close. I feel it. Feel it in my bones.
Cookie mines. I forgot about that.
Yep. Yep, your cookie is out of mines, obviously.
I mean, I knew chocolate came out of mine.
That's just common sense. And another light over here. You. You know, I think we're far enough into the video to make controversial statements safely. The best One Piece theme song is the 4Kids Pirate Rap.
I think we've already said that, but, you know.
But, you know, I just want it to be said. It adds a certain level of ham and cheese, and I'm all about that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't get why, like, so many people take it seriously when the series is clearly not supposed to be taken seriously. Like, at least not entirely seriously.
Like, there's moments of gravity, but for the most part, it's an action comedy. Emphasis on comedy. That's why, you know, Luffy is an idiot. But he's like a really nice guy. But he's also an idiot. That is a big hole. Very big hole. You know, it's a little intimidating to look down like that and just be like, oh gosh, that's right beneath me. Okay. Let's go offload and recharge. We'll explore this new cavernous cavern.
Did they ever add the dungeons in Cookie Clicker?
I know that was something he said he wanted to do last I checked, but to be honest, that's been a hot minute. So I
yeah, that was kind of the thing that I remember him saying, so I'm like,
want to be prepared. Ah. Don't really want to dig up the molten stones. I think I'll just go around. Let's see, what other hot takes can I make? You know, most of my takes are actually pretty tepid. It's like, modern TV sucks. It's like, yeah, everyone thinks that. It's like, well, modern movies suck. It's like, yeah, a lot of people think that. Oh, money bag. Yay. I got $300. Y'all need to repair the relationship with your father. Because I'm saying I go on Twitter and I see a lot of fatherless behavior.
Seriously. Masculinity is underrated. And honestly, the most punk thing that someone can be is to be a straight Christian male who is confident and secure in their sexuality and not trying to be like, well, I don't want to be a traditional male.
Actually, that reminds me, like, can we just like things? Like, why does everything have to be layered under 15 pretentious levels of, well, it's ironic? Like, why can't we embrace sincerity?
They're embarrassed. They think that the only way they can enjoy anything is to couch it in, like, 15 layers of irony. Not understanding that, irony is literally just lying to themselves.
You just like stuff, people. Like, you can just like things. There is no limit to how much you can like stuff. There's no limit to how many things you can like. And you do not have to dislike something in order to counterbalance liking something else. I can say, with all due certainty, I like Pokemon. I like Digimon. I like Monster Rancher. I like all of those things. And I do not need to like one less in order to like another one more.
I mean, they're all going to pale in comparison to Megaton, but, Megaton, it hurts me in a special way.
I like the way this game hurts me, Ditaku said, nursing his blood.
I'm just going to say this. I have never had a Digimon or Pokemon game where I've literally been like, I have done everything right. I have done all the things that the game asked me to go. And I'm like, I'm about to catch you, Pikachu. And Pikachu goes, lol, lamau, no, and then just leave. I have had that happen.
You haven't played, the very first Digimon world.
No, I haven't.
That, too, is a game where you can do everything right and you'll still get the middle finger for it. It's honestly, it's not really a good game. Next Order, if you want a game like Digimon World, play Next Order, because Next Order is actually good. It's grindy. It's grindy AF. Most of your time will be spent grinding. But it's actually, like, way, way, way better than what Digimon World the First was trying to be. But, no, seriously, people. You can like things. It's okay. It doesn't hurt your credibility. You don't need to be a cynical, D-bag your entire life.
Honestly, I think that the idea... Here, I have a hot take for you.
Alright.
I think that modernity was a mistake in a lot of sense. Trying the entire appeal of, it's the current year is basically what it boils down to. And just because things are new does not mean that they are any better.
That's just chronological snobbery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's new, and we're so much more enlightened. Are we? Are we really? Or are we fundamentally the same species, making essentially the same decisions as our ancestors did 40,000 years ago? Because when you boil it down, we're a lot more like our ancestors than any of you would be 100% comfortable admitting. Humans and Sneks and Poogums and whatever haven't changed all that much since they first appeared on the scene. And the sooner you get comfortable with that, the sooner you'll find things make a lot more sense. I'm not saying you can't live your life with a sense of, I want to do better and improve things. You absolutely can. But I think it comes with a certain level of temperance and understanding that we as a species are pretty much driven by the same things that drove us when we first appeared. And basically comes down to that lizard part of your brain that wants to eat meat and reproduce. You are an animal too. That's not an excuse to say, oh, I'm just an animal, because you're not. But, you know, once you have that as a starting point, you'll at least have things in context. To the skies.
Alright, I have another hot take for you.
Alright.
Tuning, sexuality, isn't the be-all and end-all of life, the universe, and everything.
Nope.
The reason why, you know, you after you've done and you just sit there and just think to yourself and be like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Maybe, you know, just endless hedonism is not what we're cracked up to be. And I hate going on social media and then just like, hey guys, well, what if we goon harder? It's like, no.
Okay, what if we didn't? What if we found, like, laudable goals to work towards? The improvement of our world. The betterment of understanding. I don't mean science in the Rick and Morty sense. I mean actual, genuine breakthroughs in material understanding.
See, the funny thing is they don't think about things in terms of science as a process. They think science in terms of dogma, which is not science.
Nope. It's actually closer to cult mentality.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, and this really bothers me as a creative, is the fact that, like, just there's this tendency in modern, like, fiction to try and, like, remove magic and wonder from things in order to try and rationalize it behind, like, you know, 16 layers of, like, oh, well, this is like the way it is because of science.
The world is already full of magical and wonderful things. You just need to open your eyes and look for them.
Yes, the problem is, though, is that would require the people that, you know, are doing these things to actually not be hateful, monstrous people.
Yep.
And the problem is that, you know, there are hateful, monstrous people out there, which is why Free Aaron is so great, because it triggered these hateful, monstrous people to go, no, you can't just say that there's evil out there, because then I can't just be evil.
I can't just sin in peace and, you know, not just do whatever and wave it off as, well, that's just your opinion, man. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, the viewership. I'm a cartoon character who plays video games on the internet. I'm not pretending to be some philosophical high mind. But if you made it this far into the video, first off, thank you, you're a legend. And second, consider, but there is good, there is truth, there is beauty in the world. And you know, a beautiful thing is, it's digging a hole in the ground. Because even though, in one way, you're destroying something, in another, you're creating something. And if you dig just a little deeper, you never know what you might find.
It's like the rock fighter said, you know, it was nothing. Are you saying it was a hole? No, a hole is something. This was nothing. That really is what modern pop culture is becoming. It's just nothing. It's just nothing at all of substance, nothing of value.
It's nothing, and it's a nothing that is wearing the guise of your childhood nostalgia. Because from a pop culture standpoint, we really haven't moved on since the mid-'80s.
Nope.
Don't you guys think that, like, it's time for something new? That maybe we deserve something new? Maybe you creative types are the ones who are going to make the something new? I'm not saying you have to...
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
I'm not saying you have to have a pop culture phenomenon on the scale of Pokemon or anything. I'm just saying it's time for something new. It's time for us to stop recycling the Transformers, the Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers, and God, whatever.
I'm
like
trying,
the
man.
Smurfs. They're doing another movie reboot of the Smurfs, of all things. Like, the Smurfs were not that compelling an idea to start, let's be honest.
No.
They're these little blue weirdos who live in the forest, eat little blueberries, and teach life lessons about sharing and racism.
Communism, yes.
Yes.
I mean, that's literally what the original comic was about, so...
Yeah. It's like, the world is ready for so much more. As long as you stop supporting these bad reboots, stop supporting these bad ideas.
Alright, I have to say this, though, because this is just something that's going to bother me while it's happening.
Sure.
So I'm cooking, I'm cooking now, I'm cooking. I'm letting him cook.
Let the man cook.
But now I am making these cookies, but I am now clicking, and now I am making 46.9 cookies per click. How am I making 9/10 of a cookie? Wouldn't that just be a smaller cookie?
Well,
how do we know that it's only a fraction of a cookie?
Well, I guess that would mean that in this universe, a cookie is an objective unit of measurement. In a way, being more significant than the foot or the meter or any measurement, really. So in this world, cookies are an objective truth, not just a delicious baked good. You need to stop speaking mistruths. You know to be mistruths, bucko. I'm in a diamond mine.
Nice.
If I wasn't already wealthy beyond comprehension, I would be wealthy beyond comprehension.
I mean, insofar as diamonds are a heavily regulated and monitored industry.
Yeah.
Diamonds themselves are not actually that valuable.
They're carbon. They're a trash stone. Yeah. The reason they have value is because the cartels say they do.
Yes, they're limited. I mean, they actually are useful. They're extremely useful.
From an industrial standpoint, yes, but they're not precious stones.
No, they're not.
From a jewelry standpoint, they're trash. But then again, so are pearls, and people go gaga for them, too.
Funny thing is the only ones people like, the ones that actually look good, if you look at, like, natural pearl, they look gross and weird. Because they're irregular looking. They're not like the spherical shape. The only way you get the spherical shape is if you seed the oysters.
Yep. Or they're artificial. So honestly, artificial diamonds look nicer than their natural counterparts, too. There's a lesson to be taken away from that.
No, well, except for, if you're trying to attract ladies, and then they go, oh, that's artificial, because, it's not about the actual aesthetics of it. It's about the price tag attached to it.
Yep. It's the moolah. The Dosh currencies, as the children of youth do say.
You and I both know that they don't say that.
We can make it a thing.
I would imply that they... I mean, I'd love for it to be a thing. I'd love for, children to actually, learn something and not be lazy. To have a higher standard for themselves, but,
So you're saying Sporticus is the hero we need?
I mean, yes. In a lot of ways, yes.
I'm just saying, my niece gets a little older, I'm introducing her to Lazy Town.
I mean, how old is she?
She just turned 3.
Oh, I mean, dude, that's a perfect age.
Yeah, but my sister limits her TV time right now, so... we're working on it. Really, the only thing that my niece really wants to watch right now is, Bluey and Mickey Mouse.
Alright, Snecko Jr., time for you to watch some of the greatest theories of all time. What's that? Fist of the North Star.
See, they explode into white because they drink their milk. Just like Crazy Uncle Noodle says.
You need to go to timeout. Timeout, yes. Oh, he got sent to the timeout dimension.
Alright, getting a little hard to see. Oh, that's because that's a wall, not a tunnel. That would do it. Yeah, hey, there's an idea. Go to the comments and tell us what nostalgic property you guys actually want to see come back. Not these things that have been revived a million times. What's some kind of weird, obscure things from your childhood that you'd want to actually see get some love after all these years?
You know what I'd love to see come back?
What's that?
Well, first off, I'd love to actually have, a proper Elric movie.
That'd be cool.
But I know that's never going to happen because it's going to go, that's literally just The Witcher! With, I'm sorry, Geralt of Rivia is just FEMU, Kroger brand, great value Elric. I mean, he is.
He is. I'm not arguing. I just think that description is really funny. Whoa. It's a little disorienting doing that, going straight down. It's like, let's stop just pillaging the same IPs over and over again. Let's try to do some different things. Put some different ideas out there. You guys remember Pirates of Dark Water? I only saw it a little bit as a kid, but I remember it being really good.
you know, I kind of just feel like we need to make new things. Honestly, that's really honestly what we need to do.
No, no, I agree wholeheartedly. There's also a whole wellspring of things that are just completely untapped. Okay, Yutaku, I just had a stroke of brilliance. Are you ready for this? We need to make a movie slash, updated version of Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills.
Oh my god. Okay, are you gonna lean into the fact that it's the cosmic proxy war between child soldiers?
Why not? They did themselves way more than Power Rangers had the guts to. So we could use that to our advantage. We could have a trilogy with the flashback when we meet Draco. Was it Draco, Leo? It was a team of 4 before the main characters. We meet one of the survivors, who I think was Draco.
Yes.
And
it's funny because the entire thing with them is the fact that that character actually has pretty vivid flashbacks.
Yeah.
To PTSD, which is understandable, but it's also kind of undercut by the fact that it literally is a bunch of cartoon wackiness.
Very, very wacky, woo-hoo kind of show. And I think the funniest thing is, they went out of their way to make them not friends. They couldn't stand each other. But honestly, that just made the show better.
Yeah, because they actually learned to become friends organically, rather than in Power Rangers where they're like, well, we're a bunch of randos who barely know each other, but I guess we're willing to die for each other. Okay.
In Zyurenja, they were friends who were battle-hardened over centuries, which is why they already trusted each other. Power Rangers, they're just some high schoolers who, by coincidence, lived in the same city.
I gotta say, though, I think that Pandora was a better character than Rita. And I understand what they were trying to do with Rita, but it's a mother who's trying to avenge her child using the magic powers is way more interesting than, hey guys, it's discount FamuWish.com brand, Wicked Witch of the West.
Everything burns. Pandora was, that's the thing that happened. What's that?
Also, Pandora literally did not she actually, spoke like an actual Japanese woman.
Like a normal person, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to comment on is, American shows are really afraid of leaning into it. The reason people love Tokusatsu is the fact that we kind of know on its face that it's goofy. That's kind of the point. And it's yeah, it's silly. Yeah, these guys jumping around in rubber suits screaming about justice and ideals. Yeah, it's silly. Silly is the point. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's not everything has to be slathered in 15 layers of irony. These guys are heroes in the most literal, uncompromising sense. It's yeah, they're heroes of justice, and that matters to them.
I also have to and might be just, tinfoil hat time. This might just be my suspicion. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I suspect I'm not. But, I mean, if you look at the level and quality of people that interact with Hollywood, might kind of realize the reason why they don't want to aspire to be better. Because they're not good people.
They're really
It's not a good industry. I understand we live in a fallen world, but
But it's bad. Hollywood in particular is really, really bad. That's why, every single child star that eventually goes on to have some kind of, like, traumatizing event that they then recount and... They go on to recount in some documentary about how all these big-name people did terrible, horrible things. And then they're always like, oh, well, no, they're rich. We're not going to worry about it. What do you mean you're not going to worry about it? We're not going to worry about it. So these people are still in power. Yes. And you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
And these people think it's funny. Look at what happened to, Corey Feldman. Like, Hollywood is an evil, evil place, ladies and gentlemen. And I know, in your heart of hearts, the halo effect makes you want to believe that some of them aren't in on it, but almost all of them are. And you know it.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure everyone is.
Basically all of them are. There might be some exceptions. There might be people who keep their noses clean, but I'm not holding my breath.
Mine, grandmas. I love this game so much.
One of my favorite bits in Zero Ninja is there's this bit where the monster of the week is ostensibly putting them through a game show, and if they get the answers wrong, he basically gets to do like a super attack on them. And, you know...
Oh, was that Dola Sphinx?
I think so. And he's like, the Red Ranger was late, and the others were like really struggling with him. And the Red Ranger shows up, and he's like, well, I'll give you a special question, Red Ranger. What is the only absolute in the universe? And without blinking, the Red Ranger's like, it's justice! I'm just like, that is so wonderfully cheesy. I can't help but love that. Whoops. It's like, the Red Rangers, it's like, yeah, it's justice. Justice is the absolute truth of the universe. And I'm just like, feels good, man. Ah! Eating 1D buttload damage just to get down here again. I feel like the pit is narrowing. We gotta be at the bottom. I think this is gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. We are nearing the bottom. The treasure promised to us. This is it. We're to crash the diamond market and find the One Piece.
God intended.
We're not the heroes that you need or deserve, but we're the heroes you're getting. Well, that's an awkward time for my inventory to fill up. Okay. Punching straight through the ceiling is not a good plan. Why does everything burn? Okay, let's drop off this massive amount of diamonds. That will certainly get me assassinated by the mob. Alright, I think we're ready now. Okay. I found something. Looks like I'm jumping into some kind of cursed well or something. What? My light burned out? I can't set lights down this low. Okay, here goes. That's a monster. That's a monster. That's a monster. That's a monster. Why is that a monster?
Boys, we found the Morlocks! We found the Morlocks!
Why is there a monster? Yeah, come here. Got something for you to chew on. Sounds like a freaking chimera. Yeah, it's an honest-to-God giant boar?
Yeah, I think Ultraman fought that thing.
Did my dynamite just fizzle? No one here but us chickens. Nope, no one here. I wasn't expecting this. I thought I was going to get my treasure. I wasn't ready for a monster. I don't have that many tools to fight with. I'm a driller.
Let's say you don't have you're not a soldier.
Oh god. Well, this escalated quick. Yeah, come on down here. I'll show you a real good time. Ow.
Okay, this is not exactly what I was thinking of when I was, like, we're gonna find, our Morlock waifu. Warlocks are described as being tall, hairy, humanoids.
Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to return to the surface, and I'm going to save my game. Then...
Not like that.
Yeah, not like a giant boar. Giant subterranean guinea pig from hell. Alright. Offload, recharge. Save. Okay. I'll be honest. There's been a few moments in this game where, as I've been descending into the deeper and deeper abyss, the thought has crossed my mind. The game dev could easily screw with your expectations and just have a monster. A goblin. Or a big bat. Or something. And now that I'm here confronting it, I really don't have a plan. Nothing in the game has prepared me for a combat scenario. So instead, I'm going in under the assumption that either I can sneak past it, or I can kill it. But, if all my tools fizzle... they don't detonate. None of my tools work down here. My drill doesn't work down here. Ha! 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 Alright. I thought maybe I could... I don't know, throw a... like, at least distract it with the dynamite. Hi. You are very uncomfortably close. Alright, stealth it is. You didn't see anything. He's moving right towards me. That's great. Yep, this is a great idea. This is the best idea I've ever had. Oh god, there's more than one! There's more than one. That's great. I love that. None of my tools work. Nothing in the game has prepared me for this eventuality. And there's another one right in front of me! got to be kidding. Where'd it go? How do I lose? That way. What? I'm back at the start. How? I thought I was going deeper. Legit. How? Okay. Okay, you know what? My tool's not working does not necessarily mean that they won't be useful to me. I can use these as a guide for what direction I've gone within the context of the cave. This is my indication of the first leg of the cave. I will use the right-hand wall to mark my path. Why is there a colony of giant boars? Okay, they don't have great peripheral vision. Just gotta pace myself. Here's the entrance. This one can loop, so I have to be careful. Oh gosh, there's two of them. Oh boy. That's not good. That's definitely not good. I think they can only chase so far down the tunnels. I think they stayed mostly to their patrol path. Oh. Come on, where's the punchline? There's another one, isn't there? Oh, this is too easy. I'm gonna touch this thing and something is going to explode. Alright. We've gotten this far. Are you ready to claim the One Piece?
Let's do this.
Okay. If I swear, if I open this and it's an IOU, I'm gonna be a little salty. Nope, it's a cutscene. I hate being right. I hate being red all the time. It's actually kind of depressing.
That's the reason why they put down a mark.
How many people they've sacrificed to the giant hamsters. You guys working for the Morlocks or something? Old York. They're working for the Morlocks. I hate you guys. Starting a new game, you can now hunt achievements displayed in your garage. We did it! We beat a game about digging a hole. We completely terraformed our backyard at that. Oh, man. I knew we were going to get washed. Thank you, Ditaku, for accompanying me on this strange journey.
That was very odd, yes.
That was still a very fun game. The last leg of it was a little bit, like, the Molten Rocks were kind of frustrating, but, like, other than that, like, that was really fun. I see why this game blew up. I get it.
Right.
So, I'm going to leave the link in the description so you guys can play it for yourselves. But thank you for joining us on this long, winding, meandering adventure. And we'll see you guys next time.
Later.